don't back down. A full throttle, wide open. You get tired and you don't show it. Dig a little deeper when you think you can't dig no more. That's the only way I know. Don't stop till everything's gone. Straight ahead and never turn around. Don't back up, don't back down. A full throttle, wide open. You get tired and you don't show it. Dig a little deeper when you think you can't dig no more. That's the only way I know. That's the only way I know. That's the only way I know. The only way I know. Oh, get on it one time.
I met you, girl, you've been on my brain. I can't think of nothing else but you all night and day. It's like I got a first-class seat up on Ozzy's train. It's driving me insane. 5150, somebody call the po-po. I'm going crazy, thinking about you, baby. 5150, just a side of loco. I'm going crazy, think I love you, baby. I gotta get your number, girl, I gotta call you up. I gotta get you riding shotgun in my truck. This little bit of you I got, it ain't good enough. Yeah, you got me all messed up. 5150, somebody call the po-po. I'm going crazy, think about you, baby. 5150, just a side of loco. I'm going crazy, think I love you, baby. 'Cause I ain't never felt like this, no. And I just need one kiss from you, and I'll be good as new. If I don't get some of your sweet loving, don't tell me what I might do. Oh. 5150, somebody call the po-po. Think I'm losing my mind, girl. 5150, just a side of loco. Yeah, 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 yeah. 5150, somebody call the po-po. I'm going crazy, thinking about you, baby. 5150, spinning my head like a yo-yo. I'm going crazy, think I love you, baby.
The boss took my name off the payroll. Screw you, man. Picked up my cell, rang my baby's bell, said I'm 3 miles from home. I said, sugar, won't you put on that sundress I like so much? Way out by the road, I'm coming to pick you up. Throw your suitcase in the back. Done gassed up the Pontiac. Blasting out the Johnny Cash, heading for the highway. Baby, we 7 miles to the outskirts of Las Vegas. What do you say we go get married by a preacher man who looks like Elvis? Yeah, mama. We're sure enough to worry about telling your mama goodbye. We'll send her a souvenir postcard from the wild side.
Like that, you got that little tattoo playing peekaboo on your back. Yeah, if you wanna impress me, baby, here's my plan. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Yeah, fill it up or throw it down. When you drive me home, take the long way around. You be my lowest lane, I'll be your Superman. All you gotta do is put a drink in my head. Monday morning at a long clock sings. It goes bang, bang, bang while it ring, ring, rings. Yeah, I'm ready to roll if you wanna rock again. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Yeah, fill it up or throw it down. I got a little hungover, still hanging around. Yeah, that hair of the dog is howling, hey there, man. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. That hair of the dog is howling, hey there, man. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand.
was Labor Day weekend, I was 17. I bought a Coke and some gasoline, and I drove out to the county fair. When I saw her for the first time, she was standing there in the ticket line, and it all started right then and there. Oh, say, the sky made a perfect sunset, and that's a day I'll never forget. I had a barbecue stain on my white t-shirt. She was killing me in that mini skirt, skipping rocks on the river by the railroad tracks. She had a suntan line and red lipstick. I worked so hard for that first kiss, and a heart don't forget, something like that. But it was 5 years later on a southbound plane. I was headed down to New Orleans to meet some friends of mine for Mardi Gras. When I heard a voice from the past coming from a few rows back, and when I looked, I couldn't believe just what I saw. She said, I bet you don't remember me. And I said, only every other memory. I had a barbecue stain on my white t-shirt. You were killing me in that mini skirt, skipping rocks on the river by the railroad tracks. You had a suntan line and red lipstick. I worked so hard for that first kiss, and a heart don't forget, something like that. Like an old photograph, time can make a feeling fade, but the memory of the first love never fades away. I had a barbecue stain on my white t-shirt. She was
Hey, how about you, Alabama? Roll on.
Roll on, highway, roll on along. Roll on, daddy, till you get back home. Roll on, family, roll on, crew. Roll on, mama, like I asked you to do. And roll on, 18-wheeler, roll on. Roll on! Well, it's Monday morning, he's kissing mama goodbye. He's up and gone with the sun. Daddy drives an 18-wheeler, and he's off on a Midwest run. And three sad faces gather around mama. They ask her when daddy's coming home. Daddy drives an 18-wheeler, and they sure miss him when he's gone. Yeah, they do. Ah, but he calls them every night and tells them that he loves them. He taught them this song to sing. Roll on, highway, roll on along. Roll on, daddy, till you get back home. Roll on, family, roll on, crew. Roll on, mama, like I asked you to do. And roll on, 18-wheeler, roll on. Roll on! Well, it's Wednesday evening, mama's waiting by the phone. It rings, but it's not his voice. Seems the highway patrol has found a jackknifed rig in a snowbank in Illinois. But the driver was missing, and the search had been abandoned, 'cause the weather had everything stalled. And they had checked all the houses and the local motels. When they had some more news, they'd call. And she told him when they found him to tell him that she loved him. And she hung up the phone singing, roll on, highway, roll on along. Roll on, daddy,
Good morning. William David MacDonald was born March 11th, 1978, and passed away August 10th, 2024. It is with great sadness that we gather here today to say goodbye to David. I'm Elizabeth Martin Young. I'm your celebrant today, and I'm very honored to represent David and his family, and to give you some feeling of hope as you leave today. I want to say hello to those who are live streaming from PEI, who it's afternoon there, and you'll be interested to know it's beautiful here in Lethbridge, Alberta. I think David must be up there controlling the weather today and saying it has to be nice for my family. Age 46 is far too young to be finished with this earthly life. But let us try to capture the essence of David's life through our thoughts and our stories. David was born in Milo, PEI. While living in PEI, he was proud to be a farmer, following in the footsteps of his father and his grandfather. In 2013, David moved to Alberta, where he married his soulmate and love of his life. Where he met his soulmate and love of his life, and he married Ashley 2 years ago. Together, they blended their families and created a life and a successful trucking business. Achieving his lifelong dream of becoming a trucker, David purchased his big, red Peterbilt truck. It would appear that his son and daughter seemed to have that bug as well. They joined David on many of his trucking adventures, and you'll enjoy stories and eulogies to follow. I want to thank Ashley, David's wife, Doreen, David's sister, for taking time to meet with me. We had a wonderful chat, and I got to know all the good things about David. But just as I was leaving, his sister said, well, he wasn't perfect, as none of us are. We know that. It's time now to hear the real story from his brother-in-law and his partner in crime. I'll invite Jim McLean to come forward and give his eulogy.
I was the youngest of 5 in my family. Then I married Doreen, and Doreen's little brother became my little brother. It stayed that way, will stay that way. He was just a boy when I met him, but he was serious about farming, serious about being what his father was. He kept at that until he had his own farm, and he was serious about that. And I invited David to come with me one time on a trip. We drove from one side of the country to the other and back. And I think that's what started this. It changed from a dream of tractors to a dream of Peterbilts. And he was serious about that. He worked, he got his Peterbilt, and he was very good at what he did. Because not only did David like machines, but machines liked David. He liked traveling. He worked up north near the territories with me. He ran into the States, taken Colton, teaching Colton, Cameron, for comedy relief. He loved his family, all of us, whether we deserved it or not, and especially kids. If he had his choice, he'd have just spent his time gathering up loose kids, and they'd all been his. But he wasn't serious about everything. You see some rubber ducks sitting there. Who do you know that would quack like a duck in the shower just to make kids laugh when they walk by the door? He's going to be seriously missed, fondly remembered. And all I can say is, see you later, David.
Thank you, Jim. I'll invite Cameron to come up. Okay. There you go. Can I just see here?
This, I think that's good. I think my dad was probably the greatest man I've ever met and that I've had in my life. He was an amazing father and the best dad I could have ever asked for. When he came into my life, as well as everyone else's, he could always put a smile on your face, with the quacking, of course. He had a special place in people's hearts, the ones in this room, as well as everyone else he met on the road. I think we can all agree we thought he loved the Peterbilt, his truck, more than us. But I think we can agree he did, sort of. But he was such a special man, a loving one at most. And I'm glad my mom could find a special and weird one like him. He was such a hardworking man. He put so much work and sweat and tears to make it where he did before he passed and got too sick. But he fought like hell through everything. But we do know he's still working hard up in heaven. But let me tell you a story about such a special man, a father. Dad always loved talking about his truck. He would talk your ear off if you listened long enough. Those are most of the things he would like to talk about, which was most of the time. But the best times with him were in the truck. He always acted like his true self when you were in there with him. I even have a video of him singing one time. He always told stories, the best and funniest ones. Those times will always be the bestest times with him. There are way more funny stories and memories to tell about him. Some are when he made funny noises in the shower, bathroom, everywhere he went, even in public where he embarrassed the crap out of my mom. But I'll never be able to talk about all the memories and fun times with him. But Dad, I thank you for all the things you did for our family. You were the greatest man and the bestest dad ever. Thank you for taking the empty place as a father in my life. I love you so, so much. And I hope you will watch over all of us in heaven. And I hope you will be proud of all of us. And I'll see you a seat at my wedding, and I hope you'll be proud. Thank you for being the best father I could have had in my life. I love you so, so much. We all do, and we will all miss you down here. God has you now, and I miss you already.
That was beautiful. Now, Cameron, are you able to, with Mackenzie, are you going to do the second reading, correct? Okay. When you girls are ready. Here. Oh, you're gonna go there. However, you girls, I would say, come right here. Get the mic in between the two of you.
I don't know if Cameron's tall enough. Okay. I don't know where I got the balls to do this, but, you know. He traveled the roads in years gone past, a life he chose and hoped it would last.
Driving all night from state to state, trying to get home and arriving so late.
He parked his truck now, his engine is stopped, and those who loved him, their hearts have dropped.
He traveled the country with a smile of great pride. Now he drives the streets of heaven on the trucker's last ride.
May God ride with you. 10-4, and goodbye.
Where was your funny thing? You were going to say something funny.
Thank you, ladies. And I just draw your attention now to our screen as we enjoy a pictorial tribute.
There's an old man and a lazy boy, TV on a western, fast asleep, gray in his hair, at least what's left, but the heart of a lion beating in his chest. And there's a little more slow in his go, a little less rock in his roll these days. But I remember him 10 feet tall and bulletproof, throwing me a ball in cowboy boots, a whistle and the dog started running, a whisper and mama starts blushing, a wrench in his hand and a beer in the other. I couldn't make a man any tougher, and that S on his chest is starting to fade. But I'll always remember him that way. I used to think that he'd never get old, that kind of thing was for regular Joe. And he tries real hard to put up a fight, but I guess time is his kryptonite. 'Cause I remember him 10 feet tall and bulletproof, throwing me a ball in cowboy boots, a whistle and the dog started running, a whisper and mama starts blushing, a wrench in his hand and a beer in the other. God couldn't make a man any tougher, that S on his chest is starting to fade. But I'll always remember him that way. There's a little more slow in his go, a little less rock in his roll these days. But I remember him 10 feet tall and bulletproof, throwing me a ball in cowboy boots, a whistle and the dog started running, a whisper whisper and Mama starts blushing, a wrench in his hand and a beer in the other. God couldn't make a man any tougher. You had S on his chest, starting to fade. But there's some things time can't erase. 'Cause I'll always remember him that way.
Has opened up my eyes, and I don't wanna leave your side for that lonesome road. But here I go, climbing back behind the wheel of 50 feet of chrome and steel and a load they need in Chicago. Through the middle of the night unknown, on a ride that won't let me go. I'm an asphalt cowboy, born to run underneath the stars. Pay no mind to my lonely heart. I just ride, ride, till I'm back in your arms again. I'll be out here on the wind. Sometimes late at night, I see your picture by the dashboard light, and it takes me where I'd like to be, wrapped up in a blanket there, pulling ribbons from your hair and your kiss. Girl, that's what I miss. Still I drive these horses through the rain and snow. This high-speed rodeo is all I know. I'm in asphalt cowboy, born to run underneath the stars. Pay no mind to my lonely heart. I just ride, ride, till I'm back in your arms again. I'll be out here on the wind, and I'll ride till I'm back in your arms again. I'll be out here on the wind, and I'll ride through the middle of the night unknown. I'm on a ride that won't let me go.
On highway, roll on along, roll on daddy till you get back home. Roll on family, roll on crew, roll on mama like I asked you to do, and roll on 18-wheeler, roll on.
kissing Mama goodbye. He's up and gone with the sun. Daddy drives an 18-wheeler, and he's off on a Midwest run. And three sad faces gather round Mama. They ask her when Daddy's coming home. Daddy drives an 18-wheeler, and they sure miss him when he's gone. Yeah, they do. Ah, but he calls them every night and tells them that he loves them. He taught them this song to sing. Roll on, highway, roll on along. Roll on, Daddy, till you get back home. Roll on, family, roll on, crew. Roll on, Mama, like I asked you to do. And roll on, 18-wheeler, roll on. Roll on! Well, it's Wednesday evening, Mama's waiting by the phone. It rings, but it's not his voice. Seems the highway patrol has found a jackknifed rig in a snowbank in Illinois. But the driver was missing, and the search had been abandoned, 'cause the weather had everything stalled. And they had checked all the houses and the local motels. When they had some more news, they'd call. And she told him when they found him to tell him that she loved him. And she hung up the phone singing, roll on, highway, roll on along. Roll on, Daddy, till you get back home. Roll on, family, roll on, crew. Roll on, Mama, like I asked you to do. And roll on, 18-wheeler, roll on. Mama and the children will be waiting up all night long, thinking nothing but the worst is coming with the ringing of the telephone. Oh, but the man upstairs was listening when Mama asked him to bring Daddy home. And when the call came in, it was Daddy on the other end, asking her if she had been singing the song, singing, roll on, highway, roll on along. Roll on, Daddy, till you get back home. Roll on, family, roll on, crew. Roll on, Mama, like I asked you to do. And roll on, 18-wheeler, roll on. Roll on! 18-wheeler, 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 18-wheeler. Roll on, roll on.
Well done, family, putting that together. Lots of little laughs there, and really helped us to see David mostly when he was healthy, and that was lovely. Ashley thought she'd like to have an open mic, so I'm going to just leave the microphone for a moment, and if there's anyone who would like to speak, maybe tell a little story about David, you're more than welcome to.
So I kind of want to talk about the trips I had with my dad. So I don't think the photo was shown, but there's this one time where me and him went to Idaho. It was a week trip, and we decided to stop at a gas station. And he decided to get an apple strudel. One bite into that thing, it was all over his shirts. And I took a video, and we were just laughing, and oh my gosh. I think he loves apple strudels. But yeah, it was all over his shirt, and it was just a mess. and he didn't even know what to do. We had to stop, get out of the truck, wipe it all off. He didn't even eat the rest of the thing. And then another time, we went out to Saskatchewan for a week trip. And we got so bored driving down those long roads of nothing. It was just fields of cows and wheat and anything. And we were driving down, and we got so bored we started counting cows. We started sorting them into their color coordinated and putting them into their right pens and counting how many cows we saw. I think we were going insane that road trip. He always went insane anyways. But yeah, he was such a crazy man on the road. There's just so many memories about it. But I thought I'd come up and tell everyone about the apple shooter story and the cow story. So yeah, I don't have really any photos of that, but yeah, I just wanted to tell everybody about the stupid things she tried to do and did. So thank you.
I hate public speaking, but I first met David at Bianchi Trucking, and we worked together for a few years until we got tired of the BS there, and we both quit on the same day. And then we kept in touch, and we listened to each other bitch and moan, and I finally let him, hey, go to E.J. Vandenberg, they're looking. So that's where he went, and that's where he stuck it out. And I admire him, his tenacity, and I wish I got to know him a hell of a lot better than I did, but we talked all the time, or when we could, and complain and bitch and moan. Politics, work, you name it, it was there. And I admire his fight, his courage. Colton, you got some big shoes to fill, but I know you can do it. You're a good man. Your dad taught you well. So keep it up. We're going to miss him. Now I got to find someone new to bitch and moan with. So hang in there, Dave. Watch down on us. Keep us all on the right path.
Hello all, my name is Marco. I was Dave's dispatcher for the last couple of years. When I met Dave on his first day, he introduced himself and he says, Marco, you don't know me, but I like to go hard. And Jim, when you said what you said about him being serious, he most certainly was serious. I was able to witness, how hard it was for him to come back to work every week. But he would phone me up and says, "Why shaking, Marco?" And he would tear himself away from home and get out on the road to make it happen. So just wanted to share that I always admired his tenacity of character. He meant what he said. And Colton, I hope that you can take some of that strength with you as well as you go down the road. And the rest of the family as well.
Thank you so much for coming forward, his fellow truckers and dispatchers, and giving us a little glimpse of David and his work ethic. I know that I learned from Ashley that Idaho was his favorite place to truck, And I agree with Cameron. I think probably Saskatchewan was kind of tough, having driven through there myself. And David took his last truck ride in May with Ashley. She was with him, and she did several trips with him as he was growing sicker and sicker. And we admire you so much for Ashley and your dedication, your ability as a nurse to be able to look after David and keep him home until the very last week of his life when it was time for him to go to the hospital. You've done a beautiful job. You've done a beautiful job with your children, and so nice to have all of you here today. I just put together a little message. I've just come back from a road trip myself. I'm not a trucker, let me but I was just on a road trip with my family through British Columbia. And you certainly gain a lot of respect for truckers when you're on the road and see how little respect many people give these men and women driving those big rigs. You go past one of those runaway lanes and you're just saying, oh my gosh, I would hope to never have to use one of those. And as my grandchildren said, well, they couldn't understand the runaway lanes. And I said, well, you know, those big trucks, they can lose their brakes. How can they lose their brakes? Anyway, I can't explain it properly, but I came across what I thought was an appropriate piece in the Bible, and it's Psalm 121, Assurance of God's Protection. But I renamed it, and I called it the Trucker's Psalm. I lift my eyes to the mountains as I travel along. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the trucker's Lord, the maker of heaven and this beautiful land that I travel. He will not let my foot slip. He will watch over me, and he will not slumber or sleep. The Lord, the trucker Lord, watches over me. The Lord is my shade at my right hand. The sun will not harm me by day, nor the moon by night. The trucker's Lord will keep me from all harm. He will watch over my coming and my going, both now and forevermore. So as any of us travel along these highways through our country, we become seriously aware of the importance of our truckers and their loads, the expertise it takes to negotiate their load, to verify numbers both on the trailers and in the central database, to hook up their 18-wheelers, drop off one trailer, pick up another, and sometimes two. Without a doubt, David made this look easy. An article I just read lately was written by a wife whose husband was a trucker. The wife joined her husband on his shift, and she realized that this is an incredibly complex job. Her admiration for her husband went through the roof. His high-tech skills astonished her. This article really helped me respect and admire all you truckers. David, as we send you off, may you drive a big red Peterbilt truck in heaven and honk that beautiful horn everywhere you go. I want to make sure that all of you take a moment at the end of this service. You may not realize that this red truck is the Peterbilt. He's pulling David's urn. David's ashes are actually in the trailer of that Peterbilt. So make sure you have a look. Ashley ordered it. It's a beautiful tribute. Just so you know, it's not as accurate as she would like. The trailer's a bit too big, she feels, but sometimes we have to put up with what we get. Again, I want to thank Ashley for the care, the love that she showed David in his last days. I'd like to thank Doreen, his sister, for sharing stories as well. And I'd like to thank Martin Brothers for making it available for all of us to come together, especially Jack Martin for making these arrangements. As you've seen in your memorial card, a reception will be held at the Colehurst Legion starting around 11:30. I'm just going to ask you to stand, please, for our final prayer and commendation. Let us return David and his Peterbilt, to Mother Earth. To everything there is a season, and every purpose under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die. Here in this last act, in sorrow but without fear, in love and in appreciation, we commit David to his final resting place. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Rest in peace, dear David, until we meet again. Amen. Please be seated.